"Excuse me, ma'am, but I need to know. What do they call you?" Marine Captain Davis posed the question, his desert camouflage uniform sleeves precisely folded. He shifted forward with a knowing smirk directed at the pair of young lieutenants beside him. This was theater. Sierra Knox kept her attention on her meal. She methodically completed her bite, her actions intentional. Her cobalt civilian shirt contrasted sharply with the surrounding military attire, the reason for the captain's unwarranted certainty. In his eyes, she didn't belong. "Excuse me?" she responded, raising her eyes to his at last. Her gaze was direct, unwavering, giving away nothing. "Your call sign," Captain Davis said more forcefully. "You're at VMA 214, home of the Black Sheep Squadron. Everybody has one. Or maybe your spouse just shared the exciting tales." A lieutenant let out a laugh. Sierra's face remained unchanged. Draped over her seat was an olive-toned flight jacket bearing a solitary weathered insignia. An artistic Grim Reaper gripping a broken hydraulic hose leaking thick liquid. Underneath, embroidered in dark thread, sat two words. Davis hadn't taken the time to notice. He was preoccupied with evaluating the fair hair, the civilian attire, the woman he'd already written off. "I believe we haven't met," Sierra stated softly, with an unusual gravity that caused the surrounding noise to fade. "I'm Captain Davis, Squadron Adjutant. Your name isn't showing up in our visitor records." "I'm not attending the briefing," she answered plainly. Taking a drink of water, Davis's expression grew strained. "Listen, ma'am, this is a restricted installation. I'll need to verify your credentials." Sierra maintained eye contact. Her identification badge sat in her pocket. A single glimpse would have shattered his assumptions. But something about his easy contempt gave her pause. She'd encountered this expression previously, in conference rooms, near aircraft, during advancement evaluations. "My credentials are in my jacket. I'm simply attempting to complete my meal." This proved to be Davis's breaking point. He shoved his chair backward abruptly. "That jacket with the novelty insignia? I'll have to insist you accompany me." "My base." The statement floated in the silence. Sierra carefully set down her utensil. "Captain, two paths lie before you. You can go back to your table or you can continue this confrontation. The latter path will create a substantial and detrimental effect on your professional future. The decision belongs to you." "Are you making threats, ma'am?" "I'm providing a forecast," Sierra answered. On the opposite side of the room, Master Gunnery Sergeant Cole ate with steady rhythm. He'd observed the woman upon her entrance, not due to her gender, but her manner of movement. His attention moved to the flight jacket, the Reaper symbol, the leaking hydraulic hose. Cole's utensil halted mid-motion. He recognized that insignia from a low-resolution image in a mission debrief from a combined operation in the past. JSOAD, Joint Special Operations Air Detachment. Phantoms. His focus returned to the woman. The aviator in that document, the mission commander. Her call sign. The recollection struck him like a punch. Cole rose and exited the dining facility calmly. He retrieved his phone. "This is Gunny Cole. Sergeant Major, I believe Sticky 6 is currently in our mess hall." An audible gasp came through. "Cole, you're certain?" "I identified the insignia and Captain Davis is attempting to remove her for lacking credentials." The quiet that followed carried more weight than any detonation. "Maintain observation, Gunny. The Colonel and I are heading there immediately." At the base headquarters, Colonel Jensen was examining financial documents when Sergeant Major Thorne entered. "Sir, there's a developing situation. Major Sierra Knox is currently in the mess hall." Jensen's brow furrowed. "So?" "She goes by Sticky 6. The call sign hit like an explosive. Jensen's demeanor shifted immediately. "Sticky 6, he echoed. "You couldn't forget such an account." "Can we confirm?" "Cole identified her JSO insignia, sir. And Captain Davis is engaged in a professional dispute with her." Jensen cursed under his breath. He accessed the combined personnel system. Her record materialized. Major USAF Special Operations Command Liaison. Distinguished Flying Cross with Valor, numerous air medals, a Purple Heart. The commendation stated, endured severe aircraft damage, lost navigation systems, under sustained enemy attack, successful rescue of downed personnel. Prepare the vehicle. Immediately. In the mess hall, Davis had crossed the line of no return. You're accompanying me. I'm reasonably certain that insignia constitutes illegal display of military unit markings, and that's a criminal violation. Sierra stood up slowly. She observed Davis, and for the first moment, he detected something beyond composure in her expression. Not rage, compassion. If you insist, Captain. The primary entrance burst open. The immediate hush was total. Colonel Jensen marched in, accompanied by Sergeant Major Thorne and Major Evans. Every person in the dining facility stood as a single unit. Davis went rigid, standing at attention so forcefully he nearly lost balance. Jensen halted and executed a salute so precise it appeared to slice through space.
Major Knox, am Colonel Jensen, installation commandée.
Welcome to MCOS Miramar. I need to apologize for how you've been treated. Sierra reciprocated the salute. Colonel, there's no need for apologies. Jensen rotated his head deliberately toward Davis. Captain, I'm told you had questions regarding the Major's call sign. Sir, I was simply enforcing protocols. Is that accurate? Because it appeared you were intimidating a highly decorated officer from another service branch. Major Knox has come as a SOCOM representative to educate my senior leadership on joint operational strategies. Jensen elevated his volume to reach throughout the facility. You may have heard accounts of an aviator who, during a nighttime operation far into enemy territory, witnessed her partner's plane disabled by enemy anti-aircraft fire. The partner was hemorrhaging all hydraulic fluid. Their section leader, piloting an aircraft that was also damaged and losing fuel, declined to withdraw. She maintained protective circles for nearly 60 minutes, repelling hostile fire, organizing evacuation. Her own fuel containers were compromised, spraying aviation fuel across the aircraft body, creating a dangerously adhesive coating and risking combustion with each incoming round. She remained overhead until the rescue helicopters arrived. Only at that point, with her fuel indicator reading empty, did she struggle back over friendly lines. She preserved 2 lives that evening. That aviator was Major Knox. The aircrew designated her Sticky 6. Sticky because of the fuel-drenched aircraft she declined to desert, and 6 because she consistently, without fail, protects her wingman. Jensen faced Davis again. Therefore, yes, Captain. She possesses a call sign. She obtained it through circumstances I hope you'll never encounter. My office. Within 5 minutes. Davis escaped the dining facility, 200 Marines' eyes scorching his retreat. Jensen addressed Sierra. Major, once more, I deeply apologize. Thank you, Colonel, but it's unnecessary. This was a miscommunication. She glanced at Major Evans. What matters is ensuring our personnel comprehend the expectation. Identical standards for all. Acknowledge the uniform, not who's inside it. Or, in this situation, she continued with a look at her blue shirt. Identify the demeanor of someone who wears it even in civilian clothes. Captain Davis wasn't discharged. He was transferred to redesign the required training on equal treatment and professional behavior, instructing the principle he'd neglected to follow. It served as a precisely measured portion of humbleness. 30 days later, Sierra was shopping at the base store when she heard, "Ma'am." She pivoted. Captain Davis stood stiffly. "Ma'am, I need to apologize appropriately. My actions, there's no justification. I was mistaken, and I apologize." Sierra examined him. She observed a humbled individual compelled to acknowledge a prejudice he hadn't realized existed. "I value that, Captain. Your apology is accepted." He relaxed with visible relief. "I'm overseeing the updated professional behavior training currently. Your account, it forms the core of the leadership section." A slight smile crossed her face. "Does it?" "Yes, ma'am. It addresses avoiding presumptions. I'm working to become a superior officer." Sierra gave a slow nod. "That's the most anyone can expect, Captain. Maintain your uniform standards, but maintain mental flexibility." As she departed, she experienced resolution. This wasn't about triumph, it concerned improving the organization, one challenged assumption at a time. Her call sign represented a memory of a night filled with combat and terror. But maybe now it would additionally serve as a subtle prompt to always examine deeper, to honor the service member, not their outward appearance.